So I just wanted to quickly talk about the recent leaks that happened at Insomniac Studios, the people who make these video games, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales, and these recent Sony exclusive video games that have come out in recent years. It's very clearly, obviously, one of the probably the worst leaks in video game history, not just for the amount of stuff that's been leaked, but just for the fact that these hackers, on top of leaking information about video games that are coming out and some other information in terms of exclusivity rights and all this stuff, but they've also leaked personal information about employees and staff at Insomniac Studios. Look, it's one thing to leak to the public information about products and services and things that are kept sort of secret to create hype through PR, through marketing. It sucks, obviously. I think in this day and age, hype is part of the video game culture, and obviously, a massive leak like this is going to affect a lot of people's work, especially those people in PR and marketing. But not just that, people who do also do the art design, the programming, the creative direction, the sound design, all of that stuff is obviously being jeopardized. More importantly, it's the fact that they're leaking people's personal information. So if I was to give an example about this is I mean, in my industry as a teacher, there's a thing that happens where you go from one school to another. It sometimes happens where people take programs and resources and things like that. Now, this is not exactly like leaking, but in terms of making information available to people who aren't meant to see that type of information, it's kind of similar, right? So what I'm saying is like these programs and resources that have been developed, have been people put time and effort into creating for students. These programs, sometimes teachers, when they go from one school to another, they take it with them, right, to share with their new school. Now, some schools have contracts where they go, you can't do this. Some schools are more relaxed. That doesn't really matter. The point is that this information gets exposed to people who weren't supposed to see that information, right? So that's one thing. But when information about staff, if that was to happen, for example, at a school, if the students' information was to get leaked, or if the staff's information was to get leaked, personal information was to get leaked, not things that you can find online on the website of a school, but more personal information like passport details, like driver's license, like home address and things like that. That's when things are not okay. That's when things that's not, that's just nasty. That's just something that no one wants to deal with that. No one wants to have to deal with that. I just wanted to quickly share this. I just wanted to quickly share my thoughts about this because, look, if you want to go out and have a look at the Wolverine game, whatever, the gameplay, and you don't mind having a look at the spoilers, you don't mind learning about future games that are coming out, that's totally fine. I think, in my opinion, that's, yeah, it does kind of sabotage the artists and the people who are working on these titles. That it does kind of jeopardize and kind of make their work redundant. But at the same time, I get it, right? I get it. I used to go on, like, try to find as many leaks as I could about the next iPhone or the next Android back in those days when leaking this information was like the thing to do. I don't know if that's still the thing, but that's not important. The point is, if you want to go and look at that type of information, that's I think that's okay. Yeah, it's the harm is not too bad, but please don't go looking at people's personal information. Don't be a part of this. Don't contribute to it. Don't look at it. Definitely don't distribute it. And if you know how to get it, do not tell people how to do it. All right, that's about it. See ya.